What's up, guys? So I like to research food, do my own research, and then I like to share about what I found out, and I will continue to research, and I will continue to gather stronger and stronger information so that I can share it more effectively, more fluently, more confidently, etc. With that being said, earlier I showed a video about walnuts, a banana, and a coconut water. There was also sunflower seed butter. However, I'm just gonna share about walnuts, banana, and coconut water. I'm gonna share just a little bit about what I found with my research. I research these things very often. It's not my first time. However, the more I research them, the more I understand them. And also, I encourage you to research them yourself. So I'll let you know a little bit about a banana, okay? First, bananas are really good for fiber. Whether the banana is more ripe or less ripe, they both have a great form of fiber. A less ripe banana has a form of fiber called resistant starch, which is really good for the bacteria in your intestines. Specifically, I believe it's your large intestine. However, if the banana is a little bit more ripe, then the fiber in the banana changes and it becomes a fiber called pectin. So a less ripe banana there's resistant starch, which helps move things through your intestines, through your bowels, and that's always good to get things pushed out of your digestive system. And it also feeds the bacteria in your gut. So resistant starch from an unripe banana is good to produce healthy bacteria in your gut. That's from an unripe banana or a less ripe banana. The more ripe banana has a different form of fiber, and that's called pectin. Pectin is good for moving things through your bowels, through your intestines. I believe it's fair to call it bowels as well. However, like I said, I will work on getting more familiar with these terms so I can share a little bit more fluent and confidently. With that being said, pectin helps move things through, for example, the intestines, because it becomes kind of like a gel. It becomes gel-like because pectin is a water-soluble fiber, which means it gets mushy. It gets kind of like a gel, and that can carry out basically toxins. And so that's one really beneficial thing about a banana. It has a great fiber content. One other thing about a banana, it's good for producing serotonin and norepinephrine, which are hormones which have to do with stress and anxiety, so they can put you in a better mood. And they're also a great source of vitamin B6, which vitamin B6 helps with producing the serotonin and the norepinephrine. So with that being said, tryptophan is needed, as far as I understand, to make serotonin. The tryptophan is converted into serotonin. Bananas have the tryptophan. B6 is needed. Vitamin B6, which is, I may pronounce this wrong, but it's pyridoxine. Vitamin B6 is needed to convert tryptophan into serotonin. So everything you need to get the serotonin is in the banana, or much of what you need. It's as far as I understand, the B6 and the tryptophan in the banana will help you make serotonin, which is a hormone that makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy, etc. With that being said, the walnuts. What I found out about the walnuts is that they have a very high, this is some just quick, important few points. They have a very high, compared to most nuts, they have a very, very high antioxidant content. So they're very high in antioxidants, especially vitamin E. And as far as I understand, most foods have a vitamin E called alpha. Forgive me if I mispronounce this, but it's called alpha tocopherol. Okay, but walnuts have gamma tocopherol, something like that. I'm going to learn how to pronounce these. But instead of alpha, walnuts have gamma, which is found a lot less in foods. So that's one thing. It has a very high amount of a unique vitamin E. So it has a high antioxidant content, high vitamin E, along with other antioxidants, including vitamin E, like I mentioned. And it's a unique vitamin E. Instead of alpha, it's gamma. So that's one thing that came up with walnuts that was very interesting. One other thing that came up with walnuts that was very interesting was the omega-3, okay? The omega-3 content. We want the omega-3s in our diets. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, and omega-6 cause inflammation. Omega-6 is, fair to say, healthy and is needed by the body. However, we consume more omega-6 than omega-3. As far as I understand, the typical American diet, for lack of a better way to put it, consists of much more omega-6 than omega-3. And omega-6 will cause inflammation. Walnuts are very high in omega-3 fats, and omega-3 fats are anti-inflammatory. You want to balance the omega-6 intake with an omega-3. So walnuts are great for that. Okay. Just about 7 walnuts or 14 halves provide your full day's requirement of omega-3. So they're very high. It's just one serving will provide all of your omega-3s in the form of ALA. And this is another one that I'm still learning how to pronounce, but it's alpha linolenic acid. I will learn how to say these words better as I go, but I encourage you to research as well for yourself. So what's very important, that seems to be very, very important with walnuts, is that because of what they provide, the nutrients, it helps bad cholesterol in your body from oxidizing. And when cholesterol, LDL, which is the bad cholesterol in your body, when it oxidizes, it can damage, basically, I believe it can cause plaque buildup. Or is it, let me see, not plaque buildup. I'm not sure if that's, but cholesterol builds up in your arteries. That's what happens. I'm not sure if that's actually plaque, would be considered plaque or not, but cholesterol does build up in your arteries when it oxidizes. And that is very important because heart health has a huge part to do with having a healthy cholesterol, as far as I understand. So preventing your LDL, your bad cholesterol, from oxidizing is going to significantly benefit your heart. So that's another thing that seemed to be very, very strong about the walnut. Heart health. Very strong. Okay, that was a very big point that I kept running into. Walnuts and heart health. Another thing about walnuts, they seem to have something called elagitannins, which are an antioxidant. As far as I understand, they are very beneficial for your gut health. Okay, for your, as far as I understand, I believe it's probiotics, but for the gut health, the gut bacteria, there's bacteria inside of our gut, inside of our digestive system, and we need that good bacteria. It's absolutely crucial to have a healthy gut bacteria. Okay? So if your gut bacteria is not healthy, it's connected to so many health issues. A few, the mood, your hormones seem to come up a lot. Your mood, your immune system seems to come up. Like when your gut is not healthy, your immune system is very affected. Your mental health, like depression, your mood, nutrient absorption. So you're eating food, but you're not absorbing the nutrients. You're more likely to get obese, etc. There's so many, your brain health, there's so many things that are connected to having a less than good gut bacteria. So you want to have your probiotics. I mentioned in an earlier video, fermented foods have good probiotics. I mentioned in an earlier video that I ate kefir, which is a type of fermented yogurt. That will help you with your gut bacteria. So I just wanted to correct myself. Walnuts will be very beneficial with a proper gut bacteria. Without a proper gut bacteria, those elagitannins will not be as effective, because what happens is those elagitannins, they're polyphenols, they're antioxidants basically. They're a type of plant phytonutrient, I believe. That's a fair way to put it. What happens is that they get converted into something called urolithins. Urolithins are converted using gut bacteria, or urolithins are made using gut bacteria. So you need to have a good gut bacteria. So once again, a good gut bacteria is so crucial. You want to have good gut bacteria. Eating healthy foods is an absolute way to help that. Okay. Lastly, I'll just mention coconut water. Coconut water, for one, it has potassium. Okay. And potassium is also high in bananas. Potassium seems to be a huge part of fluid balance in the body. And fluid balance is crucial, once again, because the body is made up of, over 50% water. As far as I understand, the body is made up of a huge amount of water. And so fluid balance is crucial. And potassium is an ion, an electrolyte, and it's needed for fluid balance. So There's fluid in our cells, and there's fluid outside of our cells. There's fluid in the blood, obviously. There's spinal fluid. And fluid needs to move, or things need to move in and out of our cells. And you want to have a nice fluid balance, and potassium is crucial for that. As far as I understand, it's potassium, and I believe sodium is the other one that's very important for a fluid balance. So look more into these kinds of things yourself. But I promise that it's very beneficial to have a good fluid balance, and potassium is absolutely necessary for that. One other thing that potassium is very good for, that's always brought up, is blood pressure. So a healthy blood pressure, potassium is necessary for that, and also for anxiety and stress. So with that being said, it also has manganese. So coconut water has a nice amount of manganese in it, and manganese is a part of an antioxidant enzyme called superoxide dismutase. Superoxide dismutase. I encourage you to look up superoxide dismutase. Manganese is a part of an antioxidant enzyme called superoxide dismutase. I encourage you to look up that enzyme. It is extremely potent, and it helps our body. Antioxidants are related to so many health benefits. Some very easy ones to mention are they're anti-inflammatory, they're always anti-cancer, and for example, cell health. They help with like free radicals and protecting your cells. So those are just some quick ones, but antioxidants are so important. And manganese is a part of one of the most powerful antioxidant enzymes in our bodies called superoxide dismutase, and I encourage you to look that up. So that's a few reasons about why the meal that I had earlier, that will be the video before this one, why that meal is healthy. I will learn more about these foods, and I will share more fluently. Like I said, I will share more comfortably, more familiar with the whole subject. And I hope this at least helps guide you into understanding why these foods are important. All right, I'll talk to you later.